What's good, Ravens fans? It's your boy Jason, and we are back with another video. We are going to react to Uncle Shannon and Skip Bayless talk about Lamar Jackson situation with Twitter. If you guys do not know, a fan came at Lamar, basically said the Ravens should not pay him, and Lamar snapped back. He did use vulgar language, so again, they're going to talk about that if you guys don't want to hear that. And so we'll get right into it. Again, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Let's do this.
Is this a bad look? And if so, how bad of a look is it for Lamar?
What is a bad look? It's a headache that he created that he didn't need to have. And this is what I would tell, because I don't like to speak to Lamar, because Lamar take offense and think you're trying to tell him something. So I'm going to let him continue to listen to all those people that say, let Lamar live his life. But I'm talking to the guys that want to listen and have and stay out of harm's way.
Man, it's crazy how, like, Lamar, he's really been a good guy, but for some reason, it feels like people don't like him because he wants to do his own thing. You know, that kind of sucks in my opinion. I'm like, why we giving all this smoke to Lamar? You know, he wants to do his own thing. It is what it is, but hey, you can't make everybody happy, and that's just how it is. So.
Wait, Skip. Give yourself, social media, give yourself a 24-hour break, especially if you lose a game. Because, Skip, you know, they used to tell us all the time, give yourself a 30-minute cool-down period. Before you speak to the media, take 30 minutes to cool down, gather your thoughts to make sure you don't say something that you're going to later regret. I would tell anybody that plays a professional sport, stay off of social media, especially if you lose the game, especially if you play bad, because there's going to be somebody out there looking to goad you and to say something that you might regret. Now, he's deleted this post, which lets you know that he knew he was wrong and he shouldn't have done it. But the guy, and look, the fact of the matter, the kicker, Justin Tucker, is the best kicker. You can make a case, the greatest kicker of all time. And the game, unfortunately...
Whoa. No, listen, you can't make a case. The case is shut. It's closed. Justin Tucker is definitely the greatest kicker of all time. Shannon, listen, no, don't disrespect me. Listen, I'm letting you talk about Lamar. Don't disrespect Tuck now, okay? He is the greatest of all time, all right?
Will come down. Tom Brady won a lot of Super Bowls because the kickers were clutch. He's won a lot of playoff games. So to say the game shouldn't come down, the game comes down to how it comes down. And it's nice to have a Justin Tucker that you can trot on the field. Had the field goal attempt been 65 yards, I believe it would have been good.
And so here's just one thing again. This guy just basically, it's crazy, right, to say that. The greatest, like Shannon just said, the greatest quarterback of all time, Tom Brady, has won several Super Bowls because of a field goal, right? Remember, he's won a Super Bowl because his defense intercepted a ball on the 1 yard line thanks to Russell Wilson, right? So it's just crazy that people think this way. Maybe we've been spoiled in the past couple of years because every time Patrick Mahomes has to deliver, specifically in the regular season, in the playoffs, I know everyone likes to, say Patrick Mahomes is the greatest. He has won Super Bowl, right? In 5 years, I believe. So he's not winning every single year like a Tom Brady. So we got to stop that. But he is great. And so what's happening is that we're thinking our quarterbacks have to do this every single time it comes up. And it's just crazy, right? A lot of people think in this league, if you score 27 points, you're supposed to win that game. Especially when most of your money is spent on defense like the Ravens are, right? A lot of people, if you ask a lot of people around the league and you just remove the names and you said, hey, let me tell you where the money is, all right? We pay two cornerbacks, in the top 10 of cornerbacks. We pay our safety as the second highest paid safety in the league. Now, he's injured, but again, we traded for Roquan Smith, or not named, we traded for a top middle linebacker. We have a first pick at middle linebacker, cornerback, defensive line, all this stuff, and safety. But on offense, our first round pick on offense was the one that we got in a trade at center, right? And so it's, we're not putting resources on offense, but Lamar's still making it happen. And so a lot of people would say the defense is supposed to be getting this done. And if you expect Lamar to score these points, get Lamar and Andy Reid. Get Lamar a receiver like A.J. Brown that can dominate. Let's get, something like that. But that's what I think. But
But it was 67
I
yards.
don't think he caught it flush.
He hit it pretty good, Skip. He got
I don't know.
He got all that
I think he's
175.
highly capable of making that.
But Skip, but you have to understand that that 66 that he hit, it was indoors.
I got it.
Now, so you're outdoors, the element, maybe a little slight breeze or anything. So for him to know this thing, that's below sea level at Jacksonville.
Yeah.
But that being said, Skip, he was already agitated because remember he cursed at a reporter in his press conference, Skip, when they asked him that the last time he came to Jacksonville, he lost his last bowl game.
Yeah.
So he's already agitated. He's already feeling some type of way. And then somebody
And guys, if you guys watch my other video, I call that question out. I said that's a terrible question. A man just lost his football game, and you're gonna ask him, how does it feel to lose in Jacksonville like you did in high school, in college? It's like, huh, dog? What are we talking about here? Let's talk about this specific game.
has 153 followers looking to get the reaction that he got.
I can't believe he has 153, but go ahead.
He looking to get a reaction out of Lamar.
Well, he did.
And Lamar fell into it, Skip. And that's what I've tried to tell, and I've tried to relate to Lamar. Bro, I understand that you're a young guy. Skip, March of 2019, he's in his vehicle showing his bracelet, but he's showing his speed armor. He's going 105 miles an hour. I'm saying, come on, Lamar. He's playing beach football. He trips over the jet ski, heads first. I'm saying, come on, Lamar. You got so much to lose. And all these people, Lamar, let me explain something to you, bro. And Skip, I'm going to turn it over to you. All these people that's telling you to let you live your life, they don't have anything to lose, Lamar. You got $300 million right there waiting.
Right there.
Just, hey, you didn't have to do this, Lamar.
And so Shannon is right about this, right? The game is the game that he's playing. Not football. I'm talking about the money game, the contract game. If an NFL team can find something to use against you, they will do that. And so it's very possible that this will be brought up in negotiations. Hey, Lamar, we want to pay you, but you're yelling at fans on Twitter. You're playing, on the beach, running into jet skis. You're playing with kids in flip-flops. We can't. That's a risk. It's an additional risk. Other quarterbacks that aren't seen doing that, they're gonna do anything. They will do anything to save money. You guys know what in regular life people will do anything to save money. So when it comes to millions of dollars, for sure they'll do anything to save money.
Lamar, just let discretion be the better part of valor. Chalk this up as a lesson learned. Hopefully you don't have to learn too many lessons like this, but give yourself 24 hours from the social media when you lose a ball game or you don't play particularly well. Because that way you don't get into your feelings. Because when you put the kind of time that he's put into it, it hurts when you lose.
Okay, so what happened in the game? Lamar was extraordinary down the stretch of this game. That should do it, right?
Right.
But Trevor Lawrence had other ideas. And here he comes, and there they went, and then they go for two, and I admired Dougie P.
Trevor Lawrence had other ideas, and so did Marcus Peters. Not trying to take shots, but hey, shots taken.
Seems like everybody's going for two these days. You saw the Chargers go for two yesterday against Arizona.
And Trevor Lawrence threw an absolute laser to, what's his name?
Christian Kirk or Marvin Jones?
No, it's Zay Jones? Zay Jones, yeah. Hit him right on the hands, on the button with the 2-point shot, and that was that.
Yes.
Okay, so Lamar is devastated. So I've said before, back in my days, other places, I've watched social media destroy people that I worked with. It can be just a trap door for people to fall through.
A blessing and a curse.
And here we go with Lamar responding to some nobody. And it wasn't even a personal shot the guy was taking. He was just saying, let Lamar walk and spend money on a well-rounded team. Well, that's not all that, okay? Just some guy saying that. But wrong place, wrong time, wrong emotion, because I'm sure he was just burning through his soul that Lamar played great down the stretch. He didn't play great in the game.
Well, they got to do a better job of getting in red zone, Skip. That's what killed him yesterday.
They did. Okay, I got it. And he was asked a lot after the game about the red zone. So he's got the red ass, as they say.
Correct.
And then here we go. You cannot do this to the extent that you did it, because this is, to your point, we're talking about 300 guaranteed million, at least 250 guaranteed million. You were supposed to be the face of the franchise, and you fire back personally at this guy, and not to even mention that some, if not many, in the gay community are not going to be
real
pleased with what he tweeted.
So, I'm not going to talk about that aspect of it, but I will say that I do not believe Lamar was trying to use it as a slur like that. So I'm not going to say what he said, but if you guys, grow up in the black community, it's similar to him saying, kiss my ass, right? That's not a slur against people who kiss, butts. And sorry, I didn't want to curse, but I want, but it's not a slur against people like that who do that. It's just saying, whatever, right? If you said that, for example, if you said what Lamar said to a woman, she would also find it offensive, right? Even so, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to keep, listen, I got to keep my job. So let's keep going.
And we got all kinds of things going on because it's about as low as you can go. It's childish is what it is. It's just flat out. It's so immature. And Steve Bisciotti, and he's just going to sit back and say, now I'm supposed to pay him $300 guaranteed million to be the face of my franchise, and you stoop to this? You are.
And so, shout out to Skip. When Skip ain't on his BS, when Skip ain't hating just to hate, he has some good points. And he just said what I just said. I guarantee you, Steve Bisciotti, guys, is let me say this one more time, the richest man in the state of Maryland. He is the richest man in the state of Maryland. So he knows how to save a dollar. He knows how to make a dollar and keep a dollar. And he's going to use anything he can in order to keep a dollar. He know what he's doing. That's all I'm saying. He knows what he's doing, and this will come up as a point against Lamar. Now, if I'm Lamar, I say, well, okay, you want to bring this up? Sorry, the rate says I could do a lot of bad things and still get max money. Look at what they did in Cleveland. I'm not saying that's right, but I'm just telling you what you would say in a negotiation. Again, this topic's been pretty tough. Maybe I shouldn't do this topic anymore. I got to keep my job. So.
Lamar freaking Jackson, you are an MVP in this league. You are the sun and the moon for our franchise. You are the driving force of our franchise. And you would stoop to fire back with that on social media after a game. It's just immature is what it is.
Skip, and the thing is, if you look at it, Skip, they were 2 of 5 in the red zone.
Yep.
They were 1 for 3 with goal to go. Because Lamar, you're going to have to put more on your plate. Because your defense, you've seen your defense give up 21-point lead, a 17-point lead, a 10-point lead, and now a 17-point lead and a 2-point conversion to lose the ball game. So now you're going to have to be even more because your defense can't hold a lead. For whatever reason, Skip, their defense is letting them down again in that situation because Lamar Jackson, Skip.
So I want to actually get into this really quickly because this is another thing that we have to take into consideration. Is that he is right. The defense has let us down. But John Harbaugh's in a tough position where because he has the greatest kicker of all time, when you don't go and get those 3 guaranteed points, your defense is like, dang, you don't trust us that much that we have 3 guaranteed points, basically, right? Anywhere from 50 in. You don't trust us that much that we don't give us the 3? Because we know Marcus Peters was upset that the Ravens went for it so much in the previous game. But then you're in a situation where they blow another fourth quarter lead, and you can't really say to your defense, hey, I don't trust you guys, right? So you have to, kind of play with it. And it's a complex thing that John has to fix right now. The solution is get better in the red zone. That's the solution, right? Don't have to be put in that situation. But again, that's easier said than done.
If you look at the numbers, Skip, he was 8 of 14 on third down. Yep. That's 57%. They had 415 yards. He didn't turn the ball over.
No, he played certainly well enough to win the football game.
Yes.
And he knew it.
But don't take it personal, Lamar. Don't take it personal. Yeah, he took let Lamar walk and get a well-rounded team. What quarterback you think you're going to get for $10 million a year and go win a Super Bowl?
It's just some guy. And he's upset too. He's just some fan who's upset, right?
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
But Lamar, stop listening to people talk about let Lamar live. He let Lamar make that money. It's people that say let Lamar make.
The issue isn't really this particular guy. The issue is more that this is a culmination of every time the Ravens don't win a game. And now this is what quarterbacks have to deal with, so I will say that. But every time the Ravens don't win a game, Lamar is the reason. That's not. Then Lamar's like, hey, dog, what do you mean go get a well-rounded defense? Why don't you go say, hey, go get a cornerback that can cover deep routes? Why don't you say that? Or how about you say, hey, go get a defense that doesn't let up 28 points a game? Or go get a defense that's not last in passing, right? Or go give me a receiver to make some of these catches and help out Mark Andrews, because it's easy to double team a tight end, which I've been saying, but you guys don't like when I say that. But, hey.
The money that ain't making no money and don't have anything to lose. Stop listening to those people, Lamar.
Wise advice, Shannon. John Harbaugh is scheduled to meet with the media this afternoon. He will surely be.
Yeah, he was asked that. John has Lamar's back. He definitely did have Lamar's back, so no issue there. So I'm not going to comment on that. You guys let me know what you guys think about this whole thing. There will be more videos about this. This is the biggest thing in Ravens space right now. The Ravens space. We cover things in Ravens space. So we're going to have more videos on these. So you guys let me know. Thanks, and go Ravens.